Okay, guys, in the last few minutes here, I thought I'd give myself 8 minutes, but now it's only 5 minutes, but I'll just talk until I guess I'm done talking. All right, so I put myself on mute. Let me do some production stuff here just to make sure. Hold on. It's only 5 minutes. Okay, good. We're at a good level and all of that. Okay, so here we are on May 26th. Tuesday after Memorial Day, and we really got hit by a lot of things this past weekend, hoping, at least I was hoping, that the creators would become activists, and take accountability in some way for what, okay, let me see if I can phrase this better. The creator is part of what's called the creator economy. And they all share in the same pool of resources and competitive resources that the platforms let them dip into. You've heard me say that anyone that's talking about that they don't care about the money, this is probably one of the first lies of the creator economy. The creator economy is very efficient at rewarding the creators. If you want to shit on that money, that is up to you. But to shit on us because you have the money, that is not up to you. So as the creators come up and flow up, they are all part of the same resource. You also have heard from me that, and now we're actually seeing it actually happen after 60 days, that the chat is also part of that economy. How we respond, what our beliefs are, everything really about us. There's oversharing. There's every manner of humanity is revealed in the chat. And now the chat is being attacked. We are now part, we are the content, and we are part of their creator economy. There is no reason that I can find, also just so you know, I might sound a little bit more punchy today because I closed a bunch of doors, and you heard about the 19 doors. I closed a bunch of doors, so I'm a little bit more insulated today, which gives me a little bit more punch. I'm less cautious with my tone and such. So if I was to be so bold, and I know the creators really do believe, they do so believe that this is their channel, that they can run their channel any goddamn way they want to. That is not being truthful. If you could do that, then have a podcast. If you do that, maybe you should look at Google's financial statement. You are part of the creator economy. Everything that you do matters. Everything that you are now matters, whether you want to consider yourself a limited public figure, an incident as a public figure, such as these autistic children. They are public figures. They are limited, but they have been put out to the public. They have been placed on mainstream media blasts and used as content. We have now watched, besides Soup, who really, when we kind of pull things out, was basically just, elevated truth is just disgusting, but there's no advocacy there. We can call him out as disgusting. We went through this even ourselves until we realized, no. This is something that is bigger than an idiot being disgusting. We can pull out idiocy and disgusting behavior online every second of every day. It's happening right now, whether it's the pornography on X, it's inside of Substack, It's on a Zoom call right now. This is just who we are, and maybe we have always been this way. And the mic and the adoration, those two things have left us in absolute disarray and without any control, without any behavior control. I don't need to control that man. We do not need to control that man. But what I'm mostly on mic today is to express that we waited on you. You creators, you. We waited on you. We believed that you would take up for the harm that was done. Maybe she will later. But I'm going to tell you something. We are given, it is such a brief moment in time for people to give you your attention. And there have been now, what, hundreds of hours of attention being given? And this is why one has to curate and cull who they spend their time with. I don't know what to do about this because we're seeing it in real time. Oh, watch the clip channel. Oh, I'm going to give you just a little piece of this, but I'm not going to give you all of it. Why fucking not? We did. Why can't you give it the time? I want to know about that. You have literally bombarded us, and I will dare say held us hostage in learning about the way that you see Miss Skolnick. And if it is a case of being a public nuisance, that Jackson is indeed a public nuisance, then that is all the fuck that it is. And you're bringing forward something in every morsel of every piece of this woman's soul that I tried to talk about this yesterday. You are not going to get through that. You're just not going to. Julie comes from a family of academics. You're not going to get through that nonsense. And I don't even know if this niche is supposed to get through this. Have you sought out a academic? Have you? And then why would it be that during this just excruciating moment for us, and I use the word both for things that are glory in our life, just excruciatingly beautiful, but we went through a very painful, horrible moment online, and you're going to pass this over because maybe you can just call him weird? Notice that. Who loves to say that about everybody? Jay. Jay likes to make sure that everybody is weird. This wasn't fucking weird. Julie may be considered fucking weird. But if we think for a moment that we can pass over this, sorry guys, remember when I told you that when the rant and ramble starts with me, that things get in such a way that it's based on my observance, not my educational standing. It's based on my observance. This and he is a losing trade, okay? We traded our time and authority over our time, number one, with nonsense over this Skolnick matter, of which it is her matter, by the way. It is a legal matter. We're interested in it to understand what? Manipulation of witnesses? Is that what she's after? Because at first it was a manipulation over the judicial system. And apparently we're not hearing anything about that. But you will allow, so you're not going to hear about that, but you will allow for us to be manipulated by apparently a person that you had consort with You did. You had consort. You had consultation with him. He wants you to be beholden to that. He's going to use it against you because of that. So I just want to say, I know that we're giving a lot of us follow her. We're moderators. I'm saying the global we, that we're involved. We're supportive. Oh, this is someone that doesn't give a shit. Oh, she gives a shit about the money, but then the money is good. And then all of a sudden the money gets paid out, and all of a sudden the world opens up to all of these things that are happening in her life that is going to put aside the content and the schedule. And I want us to start listening to, if we can, this idea that the morsel is more important than the morality is absolutely insane. I'll say it again. When the morsel is bigger than the morality here, I don't even know. She's either fallen victim to her own analytics. She realizes that she doesn't have to, she doesn't have to press or pursue or go into any further problems with the double C's, because she has heard on the back end that she's next to be served with a cease and desist, or something of that matter is going to be coming about, and she doesn't really want to go for it. But why the fuck not? She's never going to punctuate on this Julie stuff, and she doesn't know enough. She hasn't consulted any academic about why in the world would someone of Julie's, and we do have to say history, experience, familial understanding has been brought up to be in the position that she's in, completely out of her mind. And then now we're going to hear that she's going to create this content so that Julie will then respond. That is content. That is not a civil duty like she's been claiming. That is content. Why would it matter to me? This is why. Because she came forward using this programming as if she was standing up for the judicial system burden. What else does she call it? Abuse of the judicial system. That she doesn't see that we were fucking abused all weekend long, and that is going to take some other kind of backseat. She'll get to it. Right? We're even saying it here at Chat Only. Oh, she'll get to it. Fuck that. Honestly. And if the last week of Chat Only has me absolutely mind blown, if we don't think that that's not fuckery, it certainly is. The one person who has been spoken of in such a disgusting way about her appearance, about her motivation, her intention. Listen to what Cletus has called her out as being, how the Trinity has called her out in being. And we're supposed to sit here and believe that she doesn't give a fuck? Well, what does she give a fuck about then? That's what I want to know today. And I'm not speaking to her directly. I'm speaking to the community here at Chat Only. What do you know about her intentions? I don't need to hear from her. Nor do I invite her. She's an uninvited guest. Because enough has been said, and yet nothing has been done. And I told you guys about this in the very beginning. Where are we seeing her activism? Where are we seeing her advocacy? Absolutely nowhere, because this is 100% oil slick content. And if I see this name once again on the big board with a red string between two thumbtacks, I'm going to absolutely lose my mind. So we don't know. We simply do not know. After dozens of hours, if not hundreds of hours. I know that maybe somebody's tried to go through the content, right, and count how many hours. I can't remember. It might have even been Jay. Thank you very much, Soleil. Yes, the thumbtack and the spool of thread. Yeah. How do I get there? So how does a creator do this, actually? Because you know that this is activity. This is not activity of the heart that's just natural. I'm telling you, like right now, I'm being very natural with what I'm explaining. This is why it will appear as a rant and a ramble, because I'm naturally at my wit's end. These are not people that are at their fucking wit's end. They've put us at our wit's end. But no. It's a payday. And it's no different than Britney. It's no different than Queen. It's no different than the double C's. It is no different. They are part of the creator economy, and so are we. And the fact that we would bleed out pain, that we would try and come to terms with being wounded by this, and she's going to overlook it, I'm telling you, I am telling you, it was never designed like this. This is why chat has never, outside of the addition of emojis, we have no controls over our chat. We have no way of showcasing attention except for through what? Starts with an M. Except for and through what? Money. I'll get your attention. I'll send you a super chat. I'll get your attention and I'll buy one of your top tier membership. That's how I'll do it. So if we do not think that we are somehow separate from of what they create and the creator economy, I need to make sure that everybody understands that every single thing that we say, every single thing that we think is made part of the creator economy. And she, I'm telling you, if it was up to me, would be brought in by the nape of her neck to HR and be spoken to about this, because this is a community. It is a troop. It is a department. It is a niche, a genre. And I'm going to go over and see what her tags are today. Right, you guys get it. I believe that you do. So, and of course, the natural thing is for me to say sorry, right? That you would hear this particular tone come from me. But this is when my tone is like this. This is when we are on the, what do they call it? At the base camp of change. Because there's something hideously wrong. We are being played. No mention. How long? Okay, I keep saying 60 days, 4 hours a day, plus the time that we did in March. And every day we mention the missing. Every day we send out a message. It's just a kernel of message. It's just a little snow, it's a little flower petal of a message that people take care of themselves and they're kind to their own self and their own health. I would doubt very much, unless she's talking about something that's associated with Sebastian that is disgusting, that she even mentions it. I don't think that she is concerned about the abuse of the judicial system. I don't believe it. There is no way that had she been made a part of a campaign and she has not spent one day telling us why and how the system, we've put things out in the chat about what New Jersey is up against. A lot of this is post-COVID problems, but then on some cases they don't do so well. In other parts of If they do well, and then they're losing people. People are aging out. And I just think, like, why would I come forward like this? I have to, let's see if I can figure it out. Number one, the creator economy. I think you guys understand that. With all of that, we could say, well, it's just an abuse. It's an abuse of resources. And I do believe that everything that people say in this style of talking heads, this style of broadcasting, all you're doing is hearing who they are. Because there is no editorial board. Their editorial board are what do you guys call them? Sycophants? That's their editorial board. Earth is her editorial board. Chica is her editorial board. She tried to get her editorial board to come from the Double C's and Elevated Truth. But that didn't work. And then now we're only dealing with really who she is. I don't know. And as I'm watching, because we have her chat up. And so I'm not listening through my earbuds about what she has to say. I don't know how to really have both things on without having my iPad up and going about what she is saying. I don't really want to be responding to her. I want this to be more of a longer tale in my observance. I've been waiting. I've been absolutely fucking waiting in line for this to happen. We did not want for him to do what he did this weekend. We were not prepared. We've been talking about it, that what could happen, and really just thinking about it would be something about a particular creator, and it would happen in that way. But we weren't prepared for this. And the interesting thing about the niche is that there are very few people that can carry, it's called, carry an audience. Queen, of course, is one person. The Double C's, that they can carry an audience. Nonsense has been able to grow and develop her audience. People want to know. Every single time she's gone live, we put it in the chat. She is a chat-worthy creator. But when it really comes down and around, and there are wounded, and she is walking over those bodies, I am outraged. I truly am. This is absolutely wrong. And I just do not believe that she has a chat of however many people right now. Let me go into her channel right now and see what she's got. 388 people. 388 people. Let's go to her participants list. Does she have it on members only? I don't know. She's got a nice, thick, lively participants list. She has a fully open chat. There's no members or subscribers only, so anybody can come in. She started streaming 2 hours ago. And we're still looking at pictures of Julie. So we're saying here in chat only, they miss a tremendous opportunity to focus on the poor state of communication. We have said it here, and I have seen it in the chats, others speaking out about what they want to hear the creator address, and it's just still heavily focused on the things we've covered intensely. And that waterboarding of us leaves you exhausted. You don't know where your own intentions lie, because It's a complete failure of leadership by the creators. And they don't think that they're responsible. They simply do not believe that it is their responsibility. How many times have we heard, well, you can just find the door and let the door hit you, where the good Lord split you? That's how they dispense with real people. This is how, when I say the they, I think everybody knows what I mean about the they that we focus on every single day, 2 times a day for the last 60 plus days. Those people are the they. We have given them every opportunity to be heard, to be themselves, to be wonderful creators, to listen, fall in love, invest in, all of that. We've given them everything. And this is what they come up with. Just constant, low-level waterboarding of the listener and the viewer. What are we to do? What are we going to do? She promised us something and didn't deliver. She made her money. She grew her channel. She took completely authority over the timeline with the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11-hour streams that, by the way, to even get the transcript is an absolute hellhole to do. And this is where we are. I think that being witness to this, if we can give ourselves some kudos, the fact that we stay in silence and only use our words has been a superpower, because it is an opportunity to hear only what you hear and then share that with your words, and how different that is. And for us to all come to the same conclusion that this is some scary, motherfucking bullshit, and we should be scared, because right now they are the ones that are in control. Because we can't share it, there's no shareable content now, as far as going from one creator to the next. With Queen gone, even the double C's gone, with Trisha gone. And there's no heedance or clearance to that fact either. She knows Queen's gone. I think maybe, does she think that she's the new Jay? She's the opposite? What do they call that? The counterpoint to Jay? Maybe. So we ask ourselves, what's the holdup? Well, a lot of times, so let's say you fold t-shirts at the Gap. That's your career. What are you doing right now? Have you decided to go on your own to jeans? Or to work the cash wrap? Or be the welcome security guard? No, you're going to go and you're going to fold t-shirts. Not only just because this is what you've been told to do, but this is what you've been rewarded to do. She is going to do everything that she has been rewarded to do. She's going to promote her friends that are working up their own interests. If I could tell you about the clip channel authority, or the the clip channel authority over content right now. So yeah, you get that term clip channel, clip channel, clip channel, and now you've got a friend that's doing clip channels. And so she can spend the rest of the summer building up her little editorial board. And because they can go so far back, you see what I mean? Like, she's going way back. I had really no idea how far back she has gone. I can't remember if it was the double C's that played like old content of hers, and how she really presents herself. And then there's this kind of new, I can't call it a rebranding, it's just it's a rebirth of a woman's need. So I'm not saying that she couldn't talk about it tomorrow, the next day, or whatever, but to disregard the wounded, I'm just beside myself. I could have no more passed over what we heard and what we felt in our hearts. I could have never ever done that. And I don't know, like you're asking, where is her authority coming from that she would pass it over? Maybe it's one of those earth things about, I've got it on you, but I'm not going to share it with you just right now. Oh no, I'm not. What the fuck is that all about? If you've got something, share it. This isn't 60 fucking minutes. You have a complete captive audience. You have a paying membership. Give us the fucking deets, Miss Motts. And it seems to me like you're all running these servers that more look like OpenAI than they do YouTube. Knock it off. Truly. With all of these, absolutely, it's just it's horrible. I mean, it does. It feels like 60 minutes. And next week we're going to tell you this. Maybe. I don't have anything because I don't do parodies, or I know when I hear it, I'm just like, fuck. Shut up. I mean, really and truly. This is why I know that they don't get the fact that the chat and their membership and their subscribership, that these are not chattels. And the way that leaning into, and then maybe I will, and all these theatrics around content, your archives, and the whole bit of it. See how I could go on and on? It's already 3 hours. I'm such a goon. Really bothers me, guys. I talk about this with other people that have the power of the mic, and that they have authority over the mic, and this is how they are able to express themselves, and they hit certain nerves with people and so forth. And it's such a magnificent way of being able to communicate, because for some people this is very easy, and sometimes I wonder, is it that easy because it's just a lie? It's part of who they are, of course. It's part of what they have inside of themselves. But if they were asked to speak at a group or present, at a lectern, could they do it? Is there some sort of power? And apparently the mic can give people superpowers, kind of like having a glass of wine. It knocks off a little bit of anxiety or fear of public speaking, that sort of thing, fear of judgment. And so they're very good at it. But I believe that with that comes some responsibility to meet up with your promises. And what I'm talking about is that, the promise of this revelation, this promise of the civil advocacy, this promise of actually learning how to be a good citizen. I'm not talking about the goodness in you. I'm just talking about being a good citizen, being a contributor to your municipality, being a contributor. There's nothing like that going on, okay? And they all do it. Yeah. So I think that the niche, I'm pretty sure that we're able to, at the end of all of this, that we will have seen that there's a certain, there's definitely there's a script in this, and it's really done through the architecture of how they bring their shows forward, how they manage the chat on this, like Natasha Cooper, what Brittany Jackson learned from Natasha Cooper about speaking too directly to the chat and knowing your unique handles and having an idea of, air quote, who you are in your day, and using what you've put out there as a way to craft these relationships that always go toward what? The DM, the phone call, the grift. The DM, the phone call, and the grift. What recently I suppose we could say is that there's been this litigation, right? There's costly litigation. But YouTube already had all of the things that they would need in order to offset now costs for litigation. For the very first time, outside of when, who was the creator back in the day that got himself into all that trouble, and he decided to sue another creator, and the creator just came out and said, I just got, an idea of what this is going to cost me, and I need to do a GoFundMe. He did a GoFundMe. So with YouTube seeing the amount of dollars that were coming in, whether it was for health crises, litigation, that they decided that they would open up, the bigger posturing for the financial aid part of the platform. Then here comes the crawler, the famous crawler. And now the crawler, all day, every day, gives us ways in which we can support, we can lift them up through monetary support, what's called the micro economy. After that, you have what I can see is that no matter the gravity of the case, and we're just speaking about true crime, crama, and drama as it's related to true crime, is no matter the gravity of the case, once that money component comes in, they'll go back to the beginning. And then it truly is, just like any other business, it becomes that until you have new leadership, which is what we're, I suppose, trying to avoid, is this idea of new leadership. You have arson, and that can be done in different ways. There's retribution. You know, an arsonist mindset is what I'm trying to express to you guys. And that can be your chat is overwhelmed with negativity that you don't know how to handle because you don't know, apparently know how to turn chat off. And then you have something that we really don't talk about so much here, is this idea of victimhood. So we've seen some newer ideas, all of which can start and stop, and then they'll just go back to the beginning. But in this particular case, we never go back to the beginning of what brought us together. That has not happened yet. Will they do it at Summer's, at her anniversary? I suppose Chasing will do something, right? That there will be other creators that will stop. And yet, I don't know if it's going to matter. I can say that probably as a whole, this is kind of what we want. We want this structure where the creator is campaigning, constantly campaigning, for what they feel is important, with a fallout of the promises, failure, complete failure to meet their promises, what's called underperforming. Failure to perform. So I know that probably there's some exhaustion at this particular point, and should probably close things out. Let me just do one more scout out there just to see if there's anything that I can leave you with. Just on my homepage, we have Grizzly True Crime. Dad seriously depressed. There's an Amber Alert for a Dane Richmond. I don't know if this is headed to court. Looks like it's headed to court. Yeah. We do not care. I thought for sure she would do this, guys. I really did. I thought that she had all of the P's and Q's. She had all of the the Rubik's Cube all laid out, and she was just going to zippity-doo-dah and tie a bow on it. And it's not going to happen. So now she's on subscribers only, I guess. Is that true? Yeah. So now she gets to isolate who the subscribers are. Isolate, isolate, isolate. Subscribers only mode. Messages that appear from people who've subscribed to this channel for 5 minutes or longer. And it's still Julie. She still has Julie up. She's been live for 2 hours. Okay, we have, is Granny still alive? Find that hard to believe, but judicial system debate, Mackenzie Shirilla, Green Team fallout. We have a short that Brittany has put out. I don't know if you guys have seen it. She's showing off her long locks and so forth and so on. I don't know what she's talking about there. Let's see what else we have. I wanted to bring a couple of newer creators, but they're covering the web sleuth. Mr. Sinner is going to be going live. Wanted to let you guys know that the Pussycat Dolls did perform at the 52nd American Music Awards, the 52nd Annual Music Awards, in red cat suits, patent leather cat suits. There's 9 hot trends going on right now for t-shirts. Lola Young has been slowly dripping out some new songs, if you follow her. Lola Young. She is the singer-songwriter of the song Messy. Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, short enough. No, I mean, I can see. I mean, it's a great gig, okay? And it's a great paying gig. And why they don't come out with it and say that, you know, I am a full-time content creator and the money is amazing and there you go. But to come out and say, this is from my vantage now, to come out and say that you don't give a shit about the money, oh, the money's nice, but I don't give a shit about the money, you're lying. Quiet heard this in passing, and he looked at me and he says, you know that she's lying, right? You know, because I'm listening to so much, it's like it comes and goes. And of course I know that she's lying, but it's not something that we would talk about. He like says, you know she's lying, right? He doesn't even know who she is. I was like, well, yes, of course I know she's lying, but I don't need for you to tell me that. But, you know, so the outside world, right, the outside world that actually cares about these economies, which I do care about these economies, you know, she's lying. And so when you start to lie about the money, I'm telling you, it opens up for something completely different. And I felt this way too, listening to B. Timmy with Queen Bee going over to Twitch, saying things like, it is what it is. No, it's fucking not. Why are you talking that way? And the only thing I can think of is that he is probably one of her top benefactors. She is a beneficiary of his kindness. That's outside of the economy, by the way. Oh, I have to see it. Let me see. What is he doing with his graphics? Let's see what he's done. Oh, yeah. Man, oh man. Why do you think he has her on the horseback like that? Absolutely wild. Of course, the whole bee thing is, you know, it's so worthy. Well, yeah, you have to, and you have to take care of it. But I think that they have a very odd relationship. Probably have always had an odd relationship with money. But, you know, YouTube is very proud of their creator payouts. What was the last report that they did for YouTube? The other platforms talk about it too. Let's see. Usually they talk about it. Earnings 2026. Let's see. I'm looking for the last article. And they have a community trends report that usually does it. Well, I'll find it because to speak of it in last year's terms isn't really right. So I'll get it to you. The crossbar over T. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty clever. See, now he's another one. It's a shame that he's just like, he is who he is. Like he's giving us who he is, and it's like, I don't really like you very much. I don't know, like, I don't know what you're really doing exactly. But yeah, that's a good use of the rewrite for Twitch. I suppose he's going to talk about this J4A, and I could not, this is what happens to my Twitter, and it's because I don't follow. So Twitter gives me, they drop down creators or writers that they think that I'm interested in. And, we have a follower tab, which I'm never in the follower tab, by the way. So I get to see what Twitter is actually thinking that I'm interested in reading. So the KT, I get all of their stuff. But then there's this newer creator. I want to say lolcow something. They've actually been adding me to their tags. So I have to look into them. And they were talking about Sinner and Justice for Alyssa. And they have a little snippet where Justice for Alyssa had gone live and was talking about their relationship. And I guess Sinner came into her stream, and then she had a back and forth with him, thinking that he came in as an alt or something. So I don't really know how to follow all that, but there's always a creator romance, and this particular one decided to, I guess, find itself and lose its mind in 24 hours, and it sounds like she sent him pictures. I mean, can we please girlfriend, like, I get it. I know. But do you understand you could have gone to OnlyFans and done this and helped another mom who's just lost her child? You could have done that. Go to OnlyFans. Why in the world would you send pictures to Sinner TM? What do we even know? I don't know. I can give her the link to sign up for OnlyFans. And let's make this real. Can we just make this real? Oh my goodness gracious! I can't even. I don't even know. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I thought that they were. I thought that that's how they were going to leave it, right? I remember her saying one night, because, when she decided that she would go live, and of course, I listened. The whole story, I've done a little bit of research on her daughter's story, and, it's like, okay, I'm going to listen to you because it's in the middle of the night, and who knows what you're going through, so I'm going to listen. And it sounded to me like, she was talking about that she loves his voice, and she doesn't care about what he looks like. I mean, it's like, girlfriend, no. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, what are you thinking? I don't get it at all. And now there's tears and heartbreak, and, I guess he promised the sun and the moon. I don't know what he did. I have no idea what he did. And then now he's putting her down for sending the pictures. Yeah. Like, don't do that. He wrote out, like, whatever you do, don't do that again, as if, like, don't insult the world kind. Don't insult world kind. Oh man. So, I don't know. Do you think he'll talk about it today? When does he go live? Oh, in quite a bit. Yeah, the story, if you're speaking of, if we want to just touch on her story for just a moment. In the beginning, when I went live, my idea was that when in talking about her story, I didn't quite understand why she parsed out the facts. She kept going online through people to share the story, but she had yet to make the story evidentiary. And it started to kind of mutate a bit, how the story went. And then, of course, the double C's came in and just, were, that comment off mic that Cletus made about her being too drunk to go pick up her daughter. That was not her recounting of the storyline. When we say story, we really should say the storyline, the story arc was so off evidence or her official statement to the police. So even just kind of getting to the basic facts was really, really hard for me to get to, because she kept migrating. I get it. We've seen this in the Sebastian case. Ever so often, the story will tweak, and then we don't know, is this the story that you told FBI? Do you have now a re-recollection of what happened? Have you maybe stumbled across something, a bookmark in a book that he left behind? Are there clues that have been maybe overlooked that we would somehow hear that we have new evidence? And it's a part of the declaration of the parents. But we never saw that. You think so, Mimi? Ooh, Mimi thinks we're going to give Mimi a vote for he will avoid it like the plague. I don't know. Depends on, men can be very reckless. We would have thought that he would have left Jackson alone. That didn't happen. He's, he has to create content too, which is what everybody wants to know about. So what it'll do is, I'm not going to talk about it, okay? I'm not going to talk about that woman. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. J for A, I did not. That did not happen. She's the one that sent me pictures. Yeah. Well, also this off-axis mic talk, which there was quite a bit going on. So you would have the main perpetrator on mic, where everything is clearly understood, and she's got her mic set up, and we can all hear everything. And then opposite to that is this off-axis, which of course Jackson has adopted with Black, and then the double C's adopted it for a long time, and I believe they're still doing that. I think that he has a mic, but then he does off-access mic when maybe she's on her laptop or something. I don't know. So it's kind of like the whole thing. Well, he wasn't even on mic. He he didn't really say that. It's the same thing with the that the DA of Scotland County was going to get involved in her case. That was all off axis. Off axis, AXIS. So, is that legitimate? They're dealing with this in the Skolnick case. Well, we can't really tell. How do you know it's him? Well, how do you know it's fucking Jackson? How do you know it's fucking anybody? I don't even think that, I don't even know where anybody thought that they were going to get it. Well, how do you know that it was him? Well, because it's coming, there's only two people that it could be, A or B, because the children do not speak on mic, but it's off axis. It's in a way Jackson could even say, I've never given him permission. He doesn't have permission on my channel. This was, I'm not responsible. Oh, that's true. That is so true. He will have Queen Bee to have fun with. He only has 5 days left until she comes back. Right? Oh, man. Yeah, that's true, huh? I never see you guys think about things that I don't always put. I can put two and two together over a lot of things, but to know that, yeah, I don't listen to him that much either. But yeah, that's what will happen. Well, what do you think? She's still on Julie? She sure is. She's still on Julie. I love Julie's necklace too. That's her little ode to doxing in gold. The necklace, which has all of her children's names on it. It's classic. I want to, in B. Tim's voice, I want to be able to say, I am not doxing my children's. My children's are my children's, and if they don't want to be on the internet, then they don't want to be on the internet. But I'm gonna wear a gold necklace with all their names on it. My children's. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Exactly. They don't have license. They're not part of my content. I don't, off axis is just like, walking the city of New York. You're going to hear a lot of things, and those people don't have anything to do. They're not in alliance with your content. They're completely outside of your content. He was talking to a game, or I don't think giving excuses was right, but she could have simply just said, this is off axis, and this has nothing to do with my content. No harm, no foul. It would be just like if I was walking down the street. You're going to hear things. You're going to hear, I hate you. You're going to hear, fuck you. I was watching one of the New York walking, when the weather changes, and I love to watch the New York walking channels. And it powers up. The first thing you hear is a fuck you, buddy. I mean, so is someone going to come forward and say that was hate speech towards a grocery clerk? Okay, Mimi, bye-bye now. Thank you so much. I think we're about, when the chat starts to dwindle down, we haven't really experienced this too much where we don't stick to the 2 hours, but because I've been going on mic, there's been some things that we've done a little longer for the last week. So as we push things aside, it's our tradition to mention the names of the missing, and we do this every day on the channel. And so you will see the names of missing children, and also for Nancy Guthrie. And it's just, these are little triggers that have been put together, super, super easy to do, that keeps these names top of mind for us at Chat Only. They are always top of mind no matter what happens in between. The only reason that we're here together or that we ever found each other is because of the missing ones. So there are, I think, how many do we have? The Sullivans, too. Shocking that that case hasn't been settled yet, considering the, you know, the parents and, of course, the location. Okay, and then we have creators that are facing hardship and with their health, and we have a trigger called Belinda. So we do mention her name. As I push off too, I at the end of this add some production analytics, and I wanted to make a special mention of it today. Actually, I usually do this out on Twitter, and it's kind of a bit of a pain in the butt to do it on Twitter because the analytics go hither to thither here when you are in the back studio. So let me go ahead and plunk those in. Let's see what we've got. Our overview, we had 29 views today. 29 views. It looks like we're going to be going for, I don't have the time yet, 29 views, 14.7 watch time hours, which is a metric that one needs to reach. Most creators that we follow have reached these numbers long time ago and are able to keep them going. We had 464 chat messages, with the most amount coming in at 33 minutes. That's 464. It's a wonderful count for the chat messages. Let's see what is next. We had an average of 4 concurrent viewers with 7 at the peak, and we can manage, I believe, 12 for us to be able to kind of keep up with the theory of chat only. Peak, what did they say? Peak concurrent viewers. Peak concurrents. What else can I tell you? Got our viewership in. We had 653 impressions. I'm going to add that one now for this is the final week. I know that there's a metric, and because we've never had enough data to what is it? Oh, the click-through rate. Yeah, I don't know where that is for us. When I find it, I'll post it. We just haven't had enough data in order to do audience behavior. Watch time from subscribers. This is a new number for us, 71%. 71%. That's actually completely opposite to my other content, such as with the Bitcoin content. 95% were not subscribed, 5% subscribed. So now we're at 71%. I've got to be proud of that number. That's that's crazy. Let's see, they call this watch time from subscribers. I think I have that right, yep. Computer, 54.9% are on their computer. Thank you very much for taking the time to be on an actual computer. From the mobile home, 26.3% come from the mobile home. 18.8% come from the tablet. Thus far, we do not have any viewership coming out of the the TV watching. Let's see what else. We don't get any information on age and gender. Top geographies we don't get. Top languages we don't get yet. So see, there's just not enough. There's not enough data yet. Okay, and with that, put the 2-hour chime, which is really a 3-hour chime going on right now, and we'll sign off. For those of you that are watching or don't know, we go live 2 times a day, 9 o'clock PST and 6 p.m. PST. Mostly all the notifications and ideas about chat only are through the Twitter, also known as the X. It's really the primary social outreach, and mostly where I found out this weekend, where mostly the listeners and our chatters are learning about chat only. It is a project. At first it was a 30-day project. I had done about maybe 10 days before we did our first 30 days, and then the first 30 days became 60 days, and at the end of the month, being around 8 p.m. at the last day of the month, we will be shuttering the project. I will be taking all the data off and seeing what we learned from offering a chat only. It's supposed to be rather rare that I'm on the mic, but this week I think I'll probably be on the mic more so just to give that, see where that takes us. The idea is that if we do come back, that we will come back with a sponsor. That is kind of the idea. Oh, and then our subscriber growth. Let me tell you a little bit about that. Let's see if I can go into subscribers. Audience, maybe? See, I don't look at this number every day. I wanted to see what the growth of the subscribers was. Let's see. See, it's not as easy to find. You'd think that it would be super easy. 449 subscribers is kind of, but I think I have to go to the channel itself. I think. If you've been in the studio of YouTube, you'll know. You think, well, you gotta know what your subscribers are. Come on now. Currently, we have 449 subscribers. And bless you, each one of you. Okay, so that's it for us today. Thank you very much. This has been Chat Only, and with Beauty Bubble, your host. Thank you so much. Come back and check us out at 6 p.m. PST for another 2 hours of amazing chat only. Bye-bye now.